Welcome to our TRACS application. So here you see our registration for various committees and lobbyists. We have candidate committees and political action committees, party committees, special function. These tabs can be, the language can be updated, customized. The colors can be changed, customized. We can add additional data. But each user would be allowed to select a type of committee, and in their registration they can select which type of committee they want to register for. It could be that they have multiple and they're allowed to do that as well. So as they select, I'm going to go ahead and just select a candidate committee, and in doing so it opens up a registration application which provides multiple screens to enter data regarding this one, a candidate committee. So as they go through, you'll see lots of different language. And as you see this, you know that the language can be customized, the screens can be customized, and even the data in the drop-downs can all be customized. So I'm going to go through a candidate committee in registration right now. And the very first thing we get is instructions on how to fill this out. There's a sidebar menu. You'll see that there are various screens that they can navigate through that can go directly to them or hit next and navigate naturally to them. Registration year, they can select the year. It could be last year, this year, next year. They can enter their candidate information. And some of this data, as you go through here, you'll see that it's required. So this is a required screen. We can make information required or not required based upon your application. And as they enter the data and complete the required elements, then they're able to hit next and save. They can choose their political party, office code. And as I said, all of these drop-downs are customized. These are all tables. And so it could be a general election, a special election. And then once you select a general election, then you could actually have multiple elections already pre-configured for the user. So once they get that entered, then they can go ahead and hit next save. I'm not going to fill out all of these pages, but you can see as the users navigate through, you can see that they can enter candidate, address, contact information. Then they'll be able to select their committee name, committee phone, contact information, again, social media information. So all of this entry in these screens and what screens are available can be customized by your application. Here's the phone, social media. And then once we get to the end, what you'll notice is that there will be a depository so they can enter a bank. If it's required for your application, we can make it required. If it's not, we can always have it available. They will be able to provide officers. Right now, the way we have it implemented is they have to enter at least a chairperson and a treasurer. And once they enter that information, then they come in and submit. They would actually acknowledge the registration that they are submitting, go ahead and do an entry, and then continue with that entry. I'm going to go ahead and walk through another one of our registration types. It's a lobbyist or a liaison. So as the user, if they were to select that, they would come to a lobbyist instructions on how they would complete the registration. Just as in the candidate, they all function the same. The information on each of the screens might be different depending on the registration type, but you can see for a lobbyist, they have to select a lobbyist type as well as the year. But as they go through, the main differences on the lobbyist is that they'll be entering principal information. But you can see the information here is very similar: registration, lobbyist, contact information, social media. Lobbyists also have designated filing agents, and so they are not required for this application, but they can be. And then principal information. So here we have principals. They can enter those principals. They can enter one, multiple, and at the end they would submit just like the other application.